Episode number 435.
It takes experience and it takes know-how, knowledge in the field to be able to go, hey, out of these 10 things, these 5 don't make any sense. It's too simple, it's too generic.
Yes.
But these 3 are really good. Yep. So tell me about these 3, expand on them.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Folks, I hope you guys are having a great day, night, weekend, or whenever you are listening to the show today. But after this show, I think you're going to think about your marketing a little different. We're talking to someone that is not just your marketing agency, folks. They were born 20 years ago, but they have prepared themselves differently in this suite of marketing. And we were just talking about an international agency as well, both in strategy, marketing, design, digital, from VR, software, technology, UX experiences, just incredible amount of services that the gentleman and this agency provides. Mr. Nelson Ho. Nelson, are you ready to be real?
I am ready. Thank you, Travis.
Absolutely, my dude. And the business is titled York and
Chapel.
I wanted to make sure I said it right. York and Chapel. And you are obviously the managing senior creative director, an international agency. You say Vancouver, San Mateo offices. And talk to me and take me through your journey first. Were you always into marketing? Were you always into creating things and advertising and since you were a kid?
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I was always into art, always into design. And that's what I kind of focused on in high school. And I knew I wasn't good at anything else other than art. So that's kind of where my career aimed at. Mm-hmm. So I went to art school and design school, went to Montreal for my bachelor's, went to LA for my master's.
Nice.
And, ended up here.
Nice. Talk to me about what was some of your first projects you worked on in art, like for like paid projects beyond just hobby stuff?
Yeah, actually, one of my very first projects, and this was, many, many a year ago, was a digital project. This is when, it was relatively early on in like Photoshop days and Illustrator days. And one of the first projects that I did, paid projects that I did, I think I got paid like $500 for it.
Right.
Was a interactive presentation about a fiberglass boat.
Oh wow!
I did it for a museum in Montreal. They wanted one of the first kind of interactive displays in a museum, and they asked me to do it, and it was a ton of fun, kind of learning this technology. It was very new. Websites were very new.
Right.
This was interactive platform that was very basic, and it was just a bunch of different cards, a little bit of animation, a lot of stills, and it was just an incredible experience trying to get into that area. Having companies doing websites back then weren't very common.
Right. Oh, I remember like 10 years ago, even hardly, like when you really think about it, it was like, I remember I started my business literally 13 years ago. So I just remember 13 years ago, a lot of businesses didn't even have a website, they just didn't have it. They did not have it. Or if they did, it was 10 grand to build or $6 grand to build. And that was the eliminating factor. You didn't have some sort of some of the Wix and Squarespace to help some of the small business owners, to help them like solo entrepreneurs. And you didn't have the Shopify's, let's just be real, that has really helped all different types of websites and e-commerce make money on their platform safely and easily, helping both the vendors and helping also the customers. And let's just be real, you can pop up a shop on Shopify pretty quickly nowadays, and all of a sudden you have a business that can make money, online.
Absolutely.
And so just it's incredible now. Before that would be like 50 grand. I don't even know. It would have been crazy, like just to have what Shopify, all the integrations that they have, like to have that all could have all been customized to you, and you wouldn't have been able to just use the scale of service that they have to just be able to use that one little piece into your Shopify. And then there's a appointment scheduling tool, and then there's now this widget that you can use, and now there's this widget. So the website has now become just a lot of different tools that are built on top of it that would cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to operate, back in the day and build on your own. And so it's just crazy now, which when you still bump into businesses and they don't have a website, you're just like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
But honestly, some businesses don't. We know that. But back then, that was the starting ground of obviously the whole bread and butter of where we're at today is e-commerce, and everyone's on mobile, and people want everything on their mobile device. I mean, truthfully, if you can simplify the whole shopping experience as easy as possible, there's a lot of things you can't do on mobile, but as much as you can use that interface to make the other side faster, people are making their grocery orders and then picking them up and not having to wait in lines and go through the whole store and have someone else shop for you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why a lot of these technologies exist. So talk to me about the business now, because you guys have gone from a small business to a lot larger business. Talk about some of the projects that our customers are wanting or demanding right now. What are they demanding?
Well, there's demanding a lot of kind of experiential, deeper experiences for the customers, especially after COVID and the lack of kind of human connection. I think a lot of companies are looking at experiential, looking at UI, UX, making sure that the experiences, whether it's a live experience, whether it's a digital experience, that the clients are really connecting with the brand, connecting with the message, and feeling like the company kind of is part of their lives. Right? I think that's, and I think one of the most exciting things about our industry right now is, of course, what everybody else is talking about, AI, right?
ChatGPT and the fact that the amazing things that Dolly AI, I think it is, that OpenAI has, and there's another tool I was seeing that like the fact of like modeling and like all that could be eliminated tremendously, because you can upload an image and it shoots out 100 different variations of scenes across the world, Photoshop perfectly, and just eliminate thousands of costs, and it's in 10 minutes or like 20 minutes, and I just know in my sports car business, we scan cards. The AI essentially identifies all the key information that would need in an eBay listing. It puts that all out. It saves you all that time. If you were to scan like 150 cards, it would take you 2 hours. So it eliminates that completely. And then in like 15 minutes, you can go in there and check it all. And then you can price them, and you can literally list 150 cards on eBay in like 15 minutes, in like 20 minutes. It's incredible.
Insane. It is going to transform businesses like you wouldn't believe.
Right.
But I think as a company that has been around the block, that has been in business for 20 plus years,
right,
AI is an incredible tool. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I think I love it. It is incredible, but it is a mirage, right? When you ask AI, whether it is Dolly, Midjourney, ChatGPT, whatever, you ask it to do something, the output that it gives you is so slick, it's so beautiful, it's so quick, that it is very easy for people that are not experienced, that are not discerning, that are not, paying really close attention to the brand, to just take it for face value, right? To go, oh, this sounds wonderful, and they cut and paste and they're done, right? And kind of the more you dive into this AI world, the more you realize what the strengths are and what the weaknesses are, right? And there are ways to kind of work around the weaknesses so that you get what you need out of it.
Yeah, it's like performing the search query correctly, kind of like defining your the results that you input into the chat GPT is going to really define the output. And I look at it as teaching it. And then also I look at it as a great way of like organizing ideas, giving you different thoughts you might not have thought about.
Yes.
Or like putting together like an outline. It will help you put together an outline. In my sports card business, I will tell you guys, I had it right. And this is just an interesting thing to people talk about writing. I had it right. I said, okay, I would like you to write a book about selling cards on eBay and on whatnot, live selling. And I'd like you to write me a summary. And so it went and wrote the summary page, chapter by chapter, 12 chapters. And then what do you think I said next, guys? I just said, write chapter 1. Started writing chapter 1. Write chapter 2. Write chapter 3. I had to write all 12 chapters. I pulled it out. It's still going to require tweaking. It's going to still require your touch to personalize it to your voice. But
not only the voice, but also
it doesn't know exactly the right strategy.
Exactly. Exactly. It gives you, it is a great way to brainstorm.
Right.
You know, I need 10 ideas for a blog about selling cards or selling, you know, whatever, right? And it spits it out like this. And it's great, right?
Yes.
But it takes experience and it takes know-how, knowledge in the field to be able to go, hey, out of these 10 things, these 5 don't make any sense. It's too simple. It's too generic. But these 3 are really good. So tell me about these 3, expand on them, give me another 20. You know, it is that experience that will make the difference.
And I looked at, I literally had an epiphany of what it is for me. It prevents writer's block.
Yes.
So if you're thinking about writer's block, which is, you know, we've all come, what the hell do I say? What do I need to do? It just helps you prevent that. So, hey, write an email to a customer about this. Hey, you know, develop a team strategy idea about this thing I had to talk to my team about. It's not going to give you what you want to say, but it prevents your mind from the writer's block. And then you can take the paper and go, this is pretty good. Okay, we need to talk about this, this, and this. It gives you, it prevents your mind from that writer's block, which a lot of times holds us back from doing anything. And
absolutely.
Hold back from writing a book that they could be hella good at. It holds them back from doing a blog they could talk about or a podcast. Obviously, you can't do AI completely, but we have seen some AI generated podcasts. And some of this stuff with NVIDIA, which is one of my number one stocks. I love NVIDIA, is this AI stuff they have with this NVIDIA with the gaming characters where they can almost build them where they have all the answers. And it's going to be interesting for the future of commerce, because think about it. You have a salesperson that's digital that knows everything. That's good. That doesn't treat the customer like crap when they walk in there. That gives them respect and says, hey, how you doing today, Travis? I know you wear a double XL. Here's some double XLs right here we got for you. They personalize it. They already know everything about you. It's all artificial intelligence backed. And this personalization then just causes you to do more digital business with them. That's the future. Because a lot of times you walk into the store, the person's grumpy, they've overworked maybe. You walk into Target, half the time you have to dodge these little people with carts that are just on a time frame where they got to go somewhere at a certain time and they're running at you and you're like, dude, I'm the customer. You wait for me to come around the corner. This is my business. If I didn't put my money into your business, you wouldn't work here. They forget that. And that whole model gets solved by, hey, an AI customization service where it has a chat bot that looks virtual like you and says, hey, Nelson, I know you like, I know you like sushi. Let's just say, let's go out to have a great sushi restaurant. I already booked it for you. I took advantage of a great deal. I already messaged your best 3 friends to see if they're interested. And they just solve writer's block for you. They just solved the writer's block of me going hitting all my friends up about having sushi. It just did it for me. I found the restaurant. I booked it. It it got the times. It messaged my 3 friends and it said, hey, buddies, you guys ready to go have lunch? Oh, nope. This guy's out. This person's out. Hey, Travis is in. It found the person that said, hey, confirmation. We're done. And the whole point is Nelson's doing a podcast and it did all that for him.
Yeah. The speed in which AI could change how we do everything in life is going to be absolutely bonkers in the next 5 years. Like you never heard of ChatGPT a year ago. right?
6 months ago. 6 months, barely 6 months.
And it is it's going to be a force in every business. And if every business doesn't seriously take a look at how AI is going to improve their productivity,
right,
improve the quality of work, improve the speed in which they do things,
yes,
efficiencies,
the output process of just getting things done. And just like I said, for us as a social agency, writer's block is a big thing. Fatigue is a big thing too. After you have a social a marketer that's working on a campaign for so many years, they eventually get like burnt out. And so that also is another tool that we're finding just helps them come up with, hey, you could, write 10 social media posts for about the summer for this business. It just helps you come up with some ideas for then you to expand as the social marketer. And then, like I said, in our business, like in your business, it's just helping, give that person another tool, make their job more efficient, make them enjoy the job more. A big thing that we're having across the board, Nelson, is people don't want to work. So businesses are having a huge hard time finding people to work. And so the marketing campaigns have changed a lot post-COVID from what I've noticed as an agency to doing more employment-focused stuff, more stuff driven towards the consumer. The customer, meaning the customer, meaning the employee, more stuff to help benefit the employee who, if they don't have if they're not there serving the business, you're not going to have a business, and I think that's going to even be more towards, and that these type of tools can kind of just help. I do think that they're never going to completely replace many different things, but it only is going to help, I think, your agency scale. I think it only can help our agency scale, and more importantly, hopefully keep the employee happier so that they have more tools in their arsenal and they know, hey, I can just use this tool. I got this tool if I need that. I don't need to be bogged down. I mean, graphic arts cost a lot of money, Dolly AI to just help, generate stuff on your back end, then you guys take that image and then you guys customize it further. It just helps you guys in the whole process. And it never is going to completely eliminate the human because we are the ones that control. But I think I heard a great entrepreneur said that the people that have to worry are the people that are not using AI. So like someone that is like working now and using AI, like has no worries because you just like using Google, like, how to search Google, how to search YouTube, how to search, find the things you want. If you've never used Google before and you've never used Google today, and I know some people probably haven't in this world, I have no idea. It would be like, what the hell, And so it's like kind of the same thing. You're never going to be eliminated as long as you understand how to use the tools, because that's what are going to be the most in demand jobs. And then I can only imagine in the next 5-10 years, a whole series of new types of jobs come from this.
Absolutely. So, I think you're absolutely right. I think AI is a type of tool that if companies don't adopt it and integrate it, they're going to be left behind. Right. They're not going to be able to compete. It is exactly what you said. It's like companies that don't use Google, right? Don't use search. Then
crazy.
You may be able to kind of eke out a living, but you're never going to be able to grow. You're never going to be able to compete. And one of the things that a old boss of mine said, especially we were in a creative agencies like York & Chapel, is what we sell is our people, right? The only thing that we have are our people, right? We don't have pens to sell. We don't have things, we're not manufacturing. It is
your beautiful creative minds, and you're selling all that experience you have, all the experience that you've done to this point. And it's sometimes it's priceless. Sometimes the price is very expensive for someone's experience. So we know that has a whole value. But you're right. I mean, that's every agency in the world. That's what they're selling. They're selling their people. They're talking about their team. That's the people that are going to execute the campaigns, And at some point, the AI, in a lot of times, just like when you type on Google and it fills out the rest of your sentence, it's going to be kind of baked in the back of a lot of these technologies, and you won't even know you're using AI. You are. You know what I mean? Like, just so many things. Like now, obviously, on Gmail, you swipe right, it's doing different things. A really cool one recently I saw for Slides AI for PowerPoint presentations. I don't know. Are you familiar with Slides AI? pretty cool technology just to help, help kind of
builds your presentations in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, you just take all the text, and then you obviously still, to do a thorough job, would need to then do the customizations, but it helps that whole writer's block thing of what the slide should look like, and what it just starts going for you, and like you said, it's never going to be 100% human, but it does everything in that brainstorming session to help you focus on the higher level stuff. And so that's the beauty of it. You get to have it work on the small stuff, list those little simple cards on eBay. The beautiful thing about the eBay thing is I would never be able to sell those $2 cards. So because of AI, now someone on the other end can buy a card that's only $2 that they can enjoy for $2. And I would never be able to get that to them because the human labor cost is way too expensive. So that's the other part of it is too. So someone gets to enjoy something that would cost is cheaper for them, that all due to the fact of AI. So that's the other thing I do believe, is that AI should over time reduce costs to where we all enjoy a better life, because some things have been reduced. So things maybe get cheaper in certain areas and aspects of life, because we have it reducing some of the costs. Like you have on your television, TVs back in the day used to be 10 G's for a big old TV. Now you can walk into any store on earth and buy for $500 probably a bigger or better TV that used to cost 10 grand, 10 years or 5 years ago, a plasma, TV. So it's just that I feel like that is the other benefit of the AI is it brings down the operating costs, so the business can deliver the service cheaper, more customers delivered, more customers, especially at these times when people are hurting in ways, that is my optimistic outlook on it, is that businesses will use it to reduce operating costs to then drive a lower cost.
I think it's going to impact the job market a lot. But I think you're absolutely right. There's going to be new jobs that are going to be developed because AI is available, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And things that a small agency like ours want to do but can't do because of limits to skill sets and time, and expand things, do new projects, expand our capabilities, and increase our productivity.
100%. Everything he said is exactly the truth. Like I said, I own a social media agency. Is doing that for me daily. And then I own a sports card business. It's doing that for me daily. I literally was able to put 15,000 new cards on eBay in the last year, all due to AI, because it would be physically not profitable or wise, cost efficient to do that, because it's just human labor. It's $15, $20 an hour. You're talking thousands and thousands of dollars just to list dollar cards. So I do see the job market changing, but then there'll be tons of other opportunities if, like we talked about, you're willing to embrace it. If you're willing to take a Google search, check it out, play around with it, learn about it, and understand it. Now, my dude, we're about to take you into our top 10. Are you ready, Nelson?
I am ready.
Let's go.
I haven't studied for this, but I'm ready.
I have a feeling you got this, my guy. I have a feeling you got this. Apple or Android?
I have always been an Apple guy.
Let's go, Apple. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Instagram or Facebook?
I'm old, so Facebook.
Let's go with the OG, baby. Let's go with the Facebook. They own them all anyways. If they could buy them all, they would. Chicken or steak, if you're thinking about a good meal?
Steak. Yeah, steak.
Let's go. Hell yeah. A good cut of steak. Nothing like it. Laptop or a smartphone? Okay, now as far as a device, laptop or a smartphone?
Smartphone. It's pretty hard to live without a smartphone these days.
Smartphones can do it all, baby. They're going to do it all. And eventually they'll probably have all sorts of AI things that those smartphones will be doing for us. Spotify or Pandora, if you're thinking about music or content?
Spotify. I'm used to Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify's a beast, man. They are incredible. I love that you can just deep dive on a catalog. And I just think of all the times I went to the record store and had to buy $20 for the album, or sometimes you'd go there and the album would be sold out and you'd be
I remember that.
Damn it, damn the album, I wanted that one. Movies or video games?
Movies.
Reading books or listening to books?
Listening to books.
Listening to books. Give me that Audible, baby. Let me get this.
It's all about efficiency.
Absolutely. Take a walk. You can listen, drive. So many things you can do. Yep. Stocks or real estate if you're thinking about diversifying portfolios.
Stocks. It's just easier to get into.
Absolutely. Easier to get into. And I always say easier to get out of because we all know how hard it is to sell real estate. And especially right now, real estate is not easy to move right now, guys. I don't care if you're on commercial. They're lowering the price of assets all the time because of the interest rates. So you could just easily go into your your E-Trade or your favorite one, and you could just say, "Oh, I sell 10% of this," and you could easily get some liquidity.
Yep.
If you were to take a vacation, my dude, because you deserve it, where would you go? Ocean or a lake?
Ocean.
What ocean would you go to right now if you could hop on the plane? We're out. You deserve it.
Anywhere, just anywhere warm. Like
anywhere warm.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anywhere. Give me a beach, give me some, warm weather, and I'm happy.
Oh man, nothing like that, dude. That's the combination for a happy smile right there.
Yeah.
Especially as an entrepreneur, because it's a lot of work, dude. I mean, a lot of times people forget a lot of work, especially in the advertising business. It's always, what have you done for me lately?
Yep.
People are always, wanting the next thing, and they didn't matter that you crushed your last campaign and you did amazing for them last year. We're in 2023 now. We got different challenges, so. It's just that's how the business is. When you wake up in your day, my dude, and you're getting ready, pumped, energized, why do you love being you?
Sorry?
Why do you love being you when you're waking up for your day?
I've been doing this, and I've owned my business for 23 years now. And prior to that, I've been, working in different agencies.
Right.
What I love about what I do is that every day is different. Every day is a new adventure. Every day is different from the last. I love the people that we work with. I love the people that we work for. We've been in business for so long that, clients that we don't like, we don't work with them anymore. Like, I only want to work with people that are smart, that are great at what they do, that enjoy what they do, that goes for people inside the company as well as clients, right? And it is, working with people that I truly enjoy their company, that are smart, that push, what I think of what we're doing, and that difference in kind of my schedule and the things that I do, that keeps me excited.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about this business.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all on ChatGPT now. We're just learning about it, just how we can use it, and it's interesting because we didn't have this incredible content creation tool at our helm here, a few months ago. So it's just like it's like you said, it's just always exciting, and then tomorrow it'll be something else.
Yes.
Tomorrow, the algorithm on Facebook will change, and we'll have to worry about that. If you could sit down to a steak dinner with anyone in the world, who would you want to sit down and chop it up with?
My family.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing like that. Yeah.
Family time is important. Do you protect that time? Do you get it? Is it hard to find family time as an entrepreneur?
It is hard. It is, owning a business is a 24/7 kind of thing,
right.
And I've been doing this for so long that it's just kind of part of my existence, that, my kids see me go, oh, it's, 9:00 at night and I need to jump on the computer to finish a presentation or do a proposal. And they kind of see that as normal. And it's, I understand that, it's not normal, but it's kind of part of kind of who I am and how I do things.
Mm-hmm.
But, my kids are getting a little older now and they don't need me as much. So, but, every weekend I try to do something with them. We try to have family time.
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it, dude. It's the recharge moments, man. Nothing like it. At the end of your day, you won't worry about spending one more hour at your business, they say. And you always will regret or wish you had spent more time with the family.
Yes.
That's something they always say. So I love that. Lean in, baby. I love that you're leaning into that, my dude, Nelson. Where's the best place for people to learn more about the agency? I'd love to send them there. Come to
yorkandchapel.com. It is, you get to see kind of who we are, what we do. We work with a lot of large companies doing everything from, digital projects to brand related projects. We do a lot of marketing projects, experiential. It is a super exciting time for design and creativity and marketing. There are so many options out for companies to spread the word about what they do and how they do things, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's only going to get bigger and better. More businesses becoming broadcasters, using their distribution to kind of continually create incredible content. That's the future, right? Like we're all distributors now, so everyone's going to want to do more content. I appreciate your time, my guy.
Thank you, Travis.
I hope you have an incredible week this week, and folks, I want to thank you again for your time today. Thank you again for talking to my guy, Mr. Nelson Ho, and I am Travis Too Tall and Huff. We want to thank you again for your time today, and we hope and pray that you guys keep being real.
What another epic episode. And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. And also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening today. Do you want to get featured on podcasts, guys? You can be a guest. And that's right. You have a story, and the people, the good folks at I Love Podcasts. That's ILUV podcasts.com. Do that every single day. This is a new company, guys, in the space of podcast agency. And they realize a lot of the people in the space are just a commodity, and they don't care. And these folks care. And I literally love Kenny and the team at I Love Podcasts, and they are doing it right for their customers. So you guys can be a guest on a show. ilovepodcast.com. That's ILUV podcasts.com. Let's go.